From the News Channel 5 Network, this is OpenLine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to OpenLine on Wednesday night. I'm Ben Hall. We are talking about one of the most popular departments in metro government. Talking about Nashville Public Libraries tonight. I know snow is on everyone's mind. Certainly, they plan to be open tomorrow. We'll talk about that. But we want to get a better understanding of what's going on at our libraries, and we're very happy to have with us the Nashville Public Library Director, Kent Tolliver. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Coming out in the weather, you braved the weather. Nothing at this point is closed for tomorrow, right?
Not at this point. We'll watch the weather just like any other department, but you know, we consider ourselves an essential service, and there are a lot of people that depend on us to be open, and you know, the main key for us is that we have to have staff to have the facilities open, and if travel is dangerous for our staff to get to the libraries, then we start closing them.
The downtown library, that is the one, that's kind of the centerpiece. And if any is open, you would expect that one to be open. That is at least the goal, right?
That's correct. You know, the downtown library is an important piece of the warming program in order to provide shelter for folks that need to get out of the weather, and we do everything we can to keep it open. You know, we also have essential services there that people need to use, such as the computers. A lot of people need to get on our computers on a daily basis because they cannot afford their own computers, and we try and keep that building open as long as we can.
Now, when I say at the top, one of the most popular departments in metro government, how can you back that up? How are you one of the most popular departments, do you feel like, in metro government?
Well, we had 4 million users come through our doors last year. And
4 million?
4 million. We'll circulate about 5 million or check out about 5 million items this year. You know, I can't tell you how many people attend our programs. If you've seen those laughing, smiling faces of the children at the puppet shows and with Mary and our puppets.
Those are great.
Yeah, so I mean,
the professor.
Yeah, we like to think we are.
Yes, and you're growing as well.
Yes.
As far as there's new locations. Nashville is growing. You're trying to meet that need by opening new locations. And we want to give people a chance to call in with their questions. And I want to talk about a whole laundry list of things. But as we set the table here, where are some of the new locations, and what do you see in there?
Okay, in the last 6 months, we have 2 new locations that are very exciting, and they're good-sized locations. The Southeast branch opened last October, and it's in conjunction with the Parks Community Center at the Global Mall. And if you're familiar with that space, you know that not only is the library there and the parks, but the Predators have their practice facility and 2 rinks there, and there's a 5-acre park in front of the whole complex. So it's really a community center, and it goes to the mission that we have about building community. But it's a wonderful facility. It has state-of-the-art technology, certainly a lot of books and other materials. We have laptops and iPads that can be checked out through machines there. We have touch screens to search the catalog within the building. We have a great staff with a wonderful series of programs that are available for folks.
Because the essence of what you're talking about is a library is more, I guess, than what a library used to be.
Right.
You want this to be, it almost feels to me like a mall isn't the right term, but it's a gathering place.
It's a community center. It's the commons, the square in the middle of town where people gather. And each branch kind of reflects its own community. We have an incredibly diverse community at Southeast that we wanted to have a wonderful facility for. It was our first branch with bilingual signage, which we think is important. There are obviously many more than 2 languages spoken in Antioch, but you know, it's kind of our start of recognizing the fact that we want to serve everyone in the community.
And by serving them, you're meaning by more than just driving up there and checking out a book and leaving within 15 minutes.
That's right. That's right. We have, you know, our traditional programs. We have a lot of electronic downloads that are available. And I should mention one of the great features about this building in the technology area, you can search the catalog on the floor. It projects the catalog or screens onto the floor, and you can search with your feet. So those are the kinds of things people will find there.
Now, see, that's great. And then Bellevue. Bellevue's another new location, right?
It is. It opened just recently, and the folks in Bellevue have been waiting so long for that building.
Oh, here's some video of it right here. So this is when it opened. We were there. What is that? Is that some art, I guess, outside?
Yeah.
Oh, we just missed that.
Yeah.
But okay, so this is a new facility of yours.
Right. And I should mention, when you open a branch or a library in a community, it's one of the most rewarding things you experience as a library director. And at both locations, we are estimating we had somewhere between 600 and 700 people that were there for the ribbon cutting and went into the building. Bellevue is as great or greater. I shouldn't say that, but it really is in regards to Southeast. It has all the bells and whistles that we were talking about. We really focused on hands-on learning experiences for children there. Both branches have toys and hand games that help their learning and help literacy. And that's something that we were really looking at, were the interactives in those locations. But they also had the maker spaces, our studio NPL, which is where we're going with a lot of our learning and education opportunities. Both locations have a great collection. Both locations have vending machines for coffee and pop and treats. One of the neat things at Bellevue is we have a front porch. And this spring we'll have chairs out there, and people can take their books or their laptops and their cup of coffee or soda out there and just relax and enjoy the weather and enjoy a good book.
Now, I bet you get this from time to time. People will say, well, there's Amazon, there's Netflix, there's all this. Libraries are kind of going by the wayside.
That's absolutely incorrect. We feel like that we compete with all of those and do it even better. We have everything that Amazon has or Netflix has available, only people can get it for free.
For free.
All they have to do is get on the website and download it, and it's easy to do.
And do you think people understand that? Do you think enough of our community gets that?
We are doing everything we can to get the word out. I think it's been a slow process for people to understand that. But we certainly are there, and we have everything to offer, and we just need to do a better job of letting people know about it.
All right, let's go to the phones. Renee. Hello, Renee.
Hi, how are you guys tonight?
Great. How
Great.
are you?
Wonderful. Mr. Oliver, I have a few questions. One, I would like to know if I could meet with you to discuss books that I've written to have in the library. Is that possible?
Certainly.
Okay.
Wow, you've really pinned him down here. You called up a show.
We do that all the time, and we're always happy to visit with folks, especially local authors who have books.
I think that, and I'm interested in that process.
Call you or email you?
Yes.
Okay. The second thing is, would you be interested in having an event for local authors?
Well, we have events for local authors, actually. We have some great events for local authors. Hopefully people have heard about Salon at 615, which is in conjunction with Parnassus. We've had local authors, we've had national authors such as Pat Conroy,
Garrison Keillor,
just the list goes on, and of course our local great author Ann Patchett is often around those. So we have author programs all the time, and we're certainly willing to talk with anybody about what they have in mind.
Now I'm interested, and Renee, thank you for that call, but I am interested. So let's say, somebody's writing a book, which can be just a very difficult process.
Sure.
Does it help to meet? You're not a publisher.
No, I'm not a publisher.
So what could you do for a local author, per se? I guess give advice, or how would that be a valuable thing?
Well, certainly the people in our collection development area would be able to give the person tips about the process, about getting published, and how you go about having an editor and attracting different levels of publishing and that sort of thing. We also have a program called the Writers Circle. And the Writers Circle was started by John Ziegenthaler, and it's different than the Salon in that at the Writers Circle you have writers attending that are really learning about writing and the craft of writing and everything related to that in the field. So that's a great program that anybody local that's really trying to be serious about literature and what they're writing and the process for them to attend.
All right, we're going to take a break. If you want to call, there's the number 737+, 737-7587. We will take a break. We'll be back right after this.